What's wrong with me? Why can't I be happy, content with what I have? Why is it that other people are happy and seem to live fulfilling lives, doing the same thing I'm doing, but I'm not feeling it? If that's you, I hear you. And there's nothing wrong with you. You're just living from a different place. And you have desires that you're not completely overlooking. When I decided to do this YouTube channel, it was just as much for me as it is for you. Because we all go through seasons in our lives where there is change, where something is just brewing on the inside and it just creates chaos and we don't know what it is, but we know something has to shift. Over the last 4 years, I've been studying next to work, next to running my business as a coach. And I have done a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I've done some other business courses. And when I was done around New Year's, I was at that place again in my life. And I've been there before, so it didn't scare me this time. But I knew that I was on a new path of figuring out what the next step is going to look like, because something needs to shift. And then I thought, well, why don't I take you along? Because I'm 100% sure that there are other people out there who are going through the same thing that I'm going through, trying to find their ground again, feeling a little uneasy about making changes when things are actually going well, but you feel in your soul that something needs to shift. Because I was not born to live a life of mediocrity. I want to live a full life, a life that is full of meaning, and where I can look back and say, I had a good life. I had a good career. I enjoyed what I did. I was happy getting up in the morning. I didn't dread Mondays. I didn't look forward to the Fridays, but I was content and excited about my life. So now it's July 26th, and a part of my journey after finishing my my degree and knowing that I had to do something different because it wasn't the things I was doing wasn't fulfilling my soul anymore in the same way. I found an old notebook from 2018. And in that notebook, the journal, I had written that many people are unsatisfied with how their lives has turned out. And many people are unfulfilled by spending their time taking care of others' needs and not themselves. And I had back then already a desire to help with that because that was me. It's been me in different parts of my life. And I'll get more into my story later. But over the last 10 years, I have been coaching individuals and teams and leaders in how they can progress in their lives and careers, and how they can build teams that are inspired. And so when I set out, I started out in 2012 with a recruiting company. And then in 2017, I made a pivot into the coaching industry. I did a coaching certification, and I started coaching. And so over the last, since then, I've met a lot of people, a lot of fantastic high achievers, high capacity professionals, people who really want to contribute and make a difference. But what I've seen over the years is also that unfulfillment, that they at some point start questioning themselves, who am I doing this for? Why am I doing this? Was this what I wanted? And most people just continue in the same pattern because that's what the world expects of them. And I see in my notebook that I wrote that what I wanted my company, because I started this company in 2017, 2018, I wrote this. Many people are unfulfilled by spending their time taking care of others' needs and not themselves. So we provide inspiration, practical tools, guidance, and wisdom to help them make place for their own dreams and desires to be fulfilled. That way they can live a meaningful life without regret. And when I look at it now, the one thing that I wanted to change, that I think that I view differently now after almost 10 years, 8 years, is help them make place for their own dreams and desires to just be desires. Because a dream is a aloof thing. A dream is something that just floats there somewhere. But your desires, that's something that's rooted from within, from your identity. And I've seen this in my own life. I've seen that the things that I desire, those are the things that are written on my identity and it's just waiting to be released. It's waiting for me to be mature enough in that area. It's waiting for me to find the courage to start acting on it and start believing that it is a truth, that it is something that needs to come out. I remember I heard about a palliative nurse. Her name, I think, was Bronnie Ware, and she wrote a book called The 5 Regrets of the Dying. And she said, so she took care of a lot of people on their deathbeds. And she made a recording or a note of the things that most people regret. And the number one regret is that they regret not living a life that was true to themselves, but that they were too occupied with what others expected of them. That's just me paraphrasing. I don't want that for myself, and I don't want that for you. So I'm not sure what this YouTube channel is going to be, but I'm going to take you along on my messy journey of rediscovering my own identity in this season in my life with the new things that I've acquired, the knowledge that I've acquired, and the perspectives, insights I've gotten from speaking to all of these wonderful high achievers. I want to use that to help you find your, rediscover your identity and find your path moving forward. So this isn't going to be like a perfect channel with perfect editing, perfect backgrounds. It's not about that. This is about the real deal. And I'll show up as myself and I'll share with you my insights and I'll challenge your thinking and I'll take you with me on my journey while you walk yours. So over the next 5 weeks, will be driving through Europe, going to Spain to visit my father who lives there. And I'm bringing along my microphone, and I'm going to use my iPhone camera, and I'm going to do a few videos that I'll post. So it's not going to be perfect. I don't know how many it's going to be, but this is a start. And that's how things start. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to show up. So with that, I thank you for watching. Share this with somebody you think could appreciate this type of content and being a part of this community, because that's really what I want. I want to create a community because I know that there are more of us out there. And it's hard when we're spread out all over the place and the people you see around you don't feel like you, they don't look like you, they don't think like you, they don't act like you, and you feel lonely. You feel like you're isolated in the place you are, and you're not. So you can also make a comment right in the comment field, the topics that you are struggling with. And maybe I'll make a video about that as well. But thank you for following me, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Have a great summer.